To me, a community ally is someone who is willing to put themselves out there to make the community a better place.
Being an ally, I think, is thinking of people within the region, within this neighborhood, within this community as important stakeholders, each and every one of them.
Well, community allies are the people who make things happen. And John and Rennie, uh, individually and as a team, make things happen for the community. They're also the people who champion this work.
Being an ally means being able to deploy your intellectual capital, your resources in a way that benefits the community. And Rennie and John have both been huge facilitators of that process.
They both are strong allies to this community, have been for years. I wouldn't even want to think about the community without them.
They amplify that word in the way they carry themselves, both professionally and personally. The award couldn't be going to two more deserving people. Where do I start? I would say my primary relationship with Rennie started to develop when I was chosen to lead Leadership Pittsburgh. He is a graduate of Leadership Pittsburgh, one of our very early classes, as he likes to say, as Rennie likes to say, you know, I'm in the Neanderthal ages of Leadership Pittsburgh. So that's how I began to get to know him. And from the word go, his integrity and commitment to the person who was standing in front of him, to their success, was so obvious.
I came here as the executive director. I didn't really know anyone on the board. I've met them through the interview process. And he was one of the first people to come up to me, to welcome me, to say to me that I think the first words he said to me after, "It's nice to meet you. Please let me know how I can help you." And that defines John Wilds. Let me know how I can help you.
When I moved to the university, John was doing outreach in the Oak Hill community, which is in our neighborhood, and he needed human resources expertise to help with employment development at Oak Hill. Rennie was very active in the university administration. I was at human resources, and we had a number of interactions, primarily with employment at the university. And I very quickly developed a huge amount of respect and regard for him.
I was a wee lad in Leadership Pittsburgh, and Rennie was in that very first class with me. And so I got to meet him both through Leadership Pittsburgh and that we worked together later out in the Westinghouse at Mon Valley when the mills were closing. Rennie was at Westinghouse Foundation and did a lot of work out in the valleys around the mill closings, the impact there, supported us with a lot of funding for the work that we did with the unemployed workers. So Rennie and I really had a chance to work together a lot in the community. And that was that Leadership Pittsburgh thing that kind of solidified it, because I think we're almost 30 years into Leadership Pittsburgh now, so when you think back, LP1 was a long time ago. So Rennie's that old. John, on the other hand, I got to meet really coming here to work at the university, and particularly through the Community Outreach Partnership Center work. So in about 1999, 2000, I really started working closely. And John Wilds has been sort of a key person for me in this whole university around understanding how to work in partnership with communities and recognizing that there are many people here at the university that really have a caring and giving spirit and know how to be good partners with their neighbors.
He's on so many boards and so many committees. It would be easier to say which nonprofits John hasn't helped than to list the ones he has, because he has done whatever anyone asked him to do to help make the community a better place. He's just a treasure. He is an amazing asset to this community.
when I was first hired at the bid, it's been 10 years, and John was on the board of directors of the organization, and he was involved in the hiring process and the interview process, and it was wonderful, and it's one of the main reasons why I was excited about joining this organization, because of John Wilds. And John has continued to be an active player with the leadership of our organization on our board. Through John and through others through the university and through various projects that my organization is involved with, I got to meet Renny Clark, and in particularly through the Oakland Task Force, when Renny became the leader of the Oakland Task Force, which our organization is a member and which we work with and partner with.
There is no time schedule for them, whether it's 6 in the morning or 12 at night or making long distance trips. They are constantly on the go. I joke about it, but it's really not a joke. It's difficult keeping up with John and Renny. They have just boundless energy, a lot of passion. One of the things that commonly comes up in conversation is that it shouldn't be work. It should be passion, and that's what they bring to themselves. That's what they bring to work every day, and it's very inspiring for the rest of us.
A twinkle in his eye, a strong and good heart, and boundless energy. John is a whirlwind of activity, the most engaging smile and smiling eyes you ever want to see, and like Renny, just a heart of gold that really believes in the goodness that's in people, and to me, those are what they bring to the table all the time.
When Renny works with us at Leadership Pittsburgh, he's not in his official capacity. He is doing that for us because he cares about the future of this community. And if he knows that he can help shed a light on some issues that are going to be important for the future of our region, he will do it. So it's not in his formal role that he really, I can see Renny doing that for us, 10 years ago or 10 years from now, when he may or may not have been in the role that he is in. They build community. Both John and Renny build community, and they don't define their jobs as 9 to 5 or even 8 to 10. They're always reachable. They're community people. They're not just university people, they're community people.
I think Renny and John should feel good not only about what they've done for us, for my small organization, the OBID, to the Oakland community, to Community Human Services, to Pittsburgh, but Pittsburgh's on the map now, and it's on the map because of the efforts of the universities and the hospitals, and absolutely these two guys contributed to that, and that's what definitely is a piece that should be remembered of what John and Renny have done for the region.